Hi, it's Tess from teachwithtess.com. Here on my channel we talk about Wales English, ESL teaching online and working from home. Now today I'm going to be doing number 2 in our series of brilliant websites that help you enrich your classroom and your lessons. So today I'm going to look at 4 websites again. I use them personally in my lessons. I try and use them on a very regular basis. I'd love to hear what you think. If you find this useful, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. So what am I going to be reviewing? Let's go through them. Boomerang, no, wrong one. Education.com, starfall.com, boomlearning.com and pbskids.org. Those are the 4 we'll be looking at today. So without further ado, let's go and have a look. Right, so let's have a look at education.com. Now, it's a very, very rich website. It's not just ESL by any stretch of the imagination. As you can see, if you scroll down here on the left, you can choose by grade. If you're an English learner, there's stuff that you can use for that. Different subjects, all the different subjects that you have and topics, etc. So there's really a vast amount of different things you can do. It has worksheets, can't speak. It has worksheets, games, guided lessons, etc. Some of the content you can't access unless you pay premium. Because you can only download 3 elements a month, it's quite limited if you do the free one. The alternative is to create lots of different accounts with different emails and do it like that. You can get around it, because if we have a quick look at the billing, what does it cost at the moment? It's got a 50% off. It can be as much as $8 a month or up to $16 a month. It's a lot of money. But hey, if it's something that you think is worth it, go for it. Anyway, let's go back to the free version, because that's obviously what we're interested in. So if we wanted to look at, let's say, some kindergarten level short and long vowels. So this is a sort of thing you can do. Now, it's not that simple because of the type of words they are using, and you're supposed to...
Put all the pictures with a long vowel sound like rake on this side. Put all the pictures with a short vowel sound like hat on this side. Hit the done button when you're finished.
So there we go. As long as you introduce the words, lower level learners should be fine with this. This would be a great little exercise for sort of pre-K, the lessons I do. So let's have a look. Gum. So gum, it should go in there. Bike, is that a long vowel sound? Probably yes. Dice, so you put them in there. Fox, bat, glue. Is that the right one? Let's see. Kite, is that? Let's put that wrong one. Net, there we go. Let's see what it says.
That's not right.
There you go.
Remember,
So
put the long vowel words here. Put the short vowel words here.
There you go. So it's this sort of game. So that's one of my 3 that I've used. And if you have a look down, you see it will also take you to other content that is related. Now, if we go back again, we have a look at the different types of worksheets. If we go up to higher level ones, let's see what they've got here. Make a story, someone take a little bit, writing harder for kids. You've got maths, we don't need that for ESL, but you can see it's a massive wealth, huge range of different worksheets anyway. So there we go. Online games, let's have a look at these ones. So you've got the different types. Again, it's quite nice if you hover over it, tells you exactly what it is and the level. Your home phone game again. Let's have a look down here. Is there anything else that's of great interest that we fancy playing? Let's see. Multiplication, probably not, but you can see how many things. Oh, that's interesting. Children figure out the meaning of new words using context clues. So that's quite interesting if you're working on that in some form of literature. I teach reading classes.
Your family members are lost at the fair. Check your text messages to find them before your phone battery wears out. Find your lost family member by using context clues to select the meaning of the unknown word.
Yeah. Feel like a vagabond. This is quite interesting. Let's have a look. What does it say after it looks that?
Try again.
Right.
Try again. Battery is getting low.
Battery's low. My phone is running out. What could be the right one?
You found Grandma.
I found her. So, you know, these are the sort of games that you can do. They're quite fun. This is education.com. Masses and masses of content here. I've used it a bit. It's not one I use the most simply because you can't access that much without having to actually pay for it. Right, now let's have a look at the next one, which is Starfall. Now, Starfall is really interesting. It's got all sorts of different types of activities, again, maths and English, and also you can pay for Starfall. You can see here if you want to join, you click on that. As a teacher, I'd be a teacher, $70 a year, and you can work with up to six. Well, yeah, that would be fine if you're online. Again, I will be only looking at the free version of it, so you can't access all the content. But let's have a look. If you have, I don't know, let's have a look at this. So this is quite fun. I found this the other day and I loved it. So parts of speech race car. Let's have a look at this. This is obviously not beginners. It's a grade 2 type level. It's great fun. I love this. So you click on this button and your race car. So we're looking at nouns and verbs and adjectives and all this sort of stuff here.
My race car is powered by... Choose a noun.
So this is great because there's no right answer. So, hey, let's put hamsters. There you go. That's the first one. What
It
we're
is
gonna put...
really...
Ooh, is it stinky? Maybe it's stinky if we have hamsters.
Stinky.
I love this.
And it can...
Ooh, what are we going to put next? Ooh, let's put bounce. Hop.
Hop.
There you go. This is great. Kids love this. Ooh, let's say we.
Will.
What can we do? Cheerfully.
Cheerfully. Enter the race.
There you go. And it goes on. It's great. It's
The
great.
first
So you
place
can...
prize is a...
Ooh. Castle.
Castle.
There we go. So it's...
My race car is powered by hamsters. It is really stinky. And it can hop. We will cheerfully enter the race. The first place prize is a castle.
There you go. So this is the sort of thing you can do. As you can see, you've got the option of turning off the sound, so you can get your kids just to read that, but it can be quite silly. It's a nice way of using the different types of speech. I think that's a good fun game. There you go. And then here's your car entering the race. Off we go. Bouncing, of course. Yes. So this is the sort of thing you can do. You can see that is the different grade levels. Now, completely different type of thing. How about the phonics? Let's have a look. So this is fun. Let's be pals, look and listen, all these. So let's have a look at this one. Again, we can only do some. So this is all the type of sounds and the reading that we need around this. I see, we can listen.
I see a girl.
There we go, the E sound.
I see a boy.
So very basic.
The boy and girl smile. The boy and girl smile.
There we are. So again, different levels. You can see that you can't get everything because we're not paying for it, or at least I'm not paying for it. But it's quite fun. It is quite fun. There are some nice little things in there. And they also have this talking library. Is it that one that I was thinking of? Hold on a minute. No, it's not that one. It's this one. It's fun to read. Now, for your readers, you know, you've got all sorts of things that they can look at and read. You can tongue twisters or whatever. So that's quite fun. Peter Piper, Peter Piper. Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. It's well worth having a look through this website. I really like it. It's excellent stuff all. Right, and of course you've got your little seasonal ones. We've just passed Halloween, so that's not so relevant anymore, but it's always a good one to do. Oh, here we go, the Chinese fables. So this could be nice. I mean, I teach at Wales English, so we have Chinese students. They're really sweet little stories. And again, when you're playing them, you can either listen, so you can hear the person reading if you're practicing fluency or phrasing.
Sun Yao had a secret.
Or if you just want the children to read, they can, but it's a story. So, you know, you do have to have a certain amount of time. It's not just something you can flick into the middle of a lesson, but it's quite fun. It's quite a fun little thing for them to do. So there we are. That, I would say, is what I'd recommend in Staff Fall. It's worth going through, spending time and looking. Boom Learning. Now, this is basically a site where you can either access free content or paid content. Again, like most of these sites, they have a free variation of it and a paid variation. And they are the sort of, they have cards that are made that go into this library. And if you go in here, it will tell you all about the different types of subjects. So you can look at all these different subjects here on the left. You can sort by various types, but I want to just show you in the library. Let's have a look. Store, here we go. We're going to go into the store. Right, so the way it works here is that each of the decks, as they're called here, each of the decks have a point number allocated to them. Now, the way, if they are over 0 points, you have to pay for them. So I'm just going to talk to you and show you the 0 points variation and how it works. So let's have a look at this one. Irregular past tense verbs. This is quite fun. It's free. So if we go down here, you can put it into full-sized preview, I mean, and you have to type in the right answer. So today he feels cold. Yesterday he, oh, if I can spell, felt cold. Let's submit. Yay! Right answer. Okay, today she gives him the gift. Yesterday she, ooh, let's put a wrong one. Gived him the gift. Is that right? Whoops. Whoops. Not right. So we do it again. So that's quite a nice little freebie, like that one. It's really easy to use, quick revision. You've got some of these ones which are far bigger. You can also make your own cards, which is quite fun as well. Look, you got your bases back to Halloween. Can you tell it was Halloween recently? By any chance? Let's have a look at this one. Basic concepts, what's the same and what's different. Some of these are good, some of these are not so good, but you can make your own, which is really nice. If I go to library and store, here we go. Now, if we go to the featured one, right, here is where you can see what the cost is for this. So if you have, you know, a 400-point deck of lessons cards costs $5, 10,000 is nearly $100, so it can get very expensive. But I just think it's well worth having a good look through and then finding the ones that are free. If you do find, you know, there are things like these bundles, so there's a lot of stuff in here, as you can see. If you go down, you can have a look and see what's in them. Is it something that I want to use? There's information about it. Have a look. Do I like this? Do I not? Select the bubbles to answer all the questions. Next, let's have a look. Gives you more information. I'm certainly not going to be reading through it all, but it's quite a hefty piece of work that the creator's done, hence its cost. So that's how it works on Boom cards. But there are lots of free ones. And then you can, of course, you can go down. And if I go down, top premium, top free. Here we go. So these are all the best free decks that are out there at the moment, so you can have a look. Is there room on the broom? This is quite fun, a little interactive story. Pick an animal, then ask the witch if there is room on the broom. Let's see. Yay! That works. Okay, and that's the sort of thing. And you download it, and then it gives you a little bit about how to use that content. So there we go. That is Boom Cards. Again, have a good look through. There's an awful lot in there. Far too much for me to get through it all at the moment. Now let's go to PBS Learning. Now, PBS Kids. We like PBS Kids. I'm going to go straight down to the homepage. So you can have a look and see what type of stuff there is here. Now, I was talking to a Wales teacher, Roisin, and she was recommending, or she recommended 2 particular games here, which I'm going to show you because they are fab. Here's Arthur. Right, I'm clicking on Arthur at the bottom. Now, there are some really great games you can play with Arthur. Let's have a look and see what they are. We click on games and go down. Oh, look, Treehouse Designer. Now, this is one that was recommended. And it is absolutely fab. I've used this since learning about it, and it's a really nice one to get kids to be imaginative. And
My friends and I are creating some tree houses, and we need your help.
Creative language to describe things. So you're given guidance.
Francine wants a treehouse that is funky. So let's make that part of your design.
To make a funky treehouse. Let's have a go. So you
drag items to the treehouse. When you're finished, tap done.
Right. So what I would do here, because I would screen share this, so the children, they can't click on this themselves. I'd probably use my Epic pen and just put numbers next to the different ones, or ask them to describe them depending on the level. So I want to put in a beanbag.
That will make the treehouse funky.
In fact, I might have to put 2 in. And I'm going to put some posters on the wall. I want my Bionic Bunny poster, and I definitely want a disco ball. And I want some balloons. So maybe, do I want a clock or a lamp? Maybe a little toy dinosaur in my treehouse. And a table. There we go. My little, is that a table? That's a table, definitely. So there's my super duper funky treehouse. So it's nice because it gives a word that is maybe not that easy, and the kids have to decide what is funky and not funky, and then they can tell stories about what they would do in the treehouse. I mean, it's fantastic, honestly. Right, that's done. Next bit.
Great job. You made Francine's treehouse funky. Now let's decorate the outside of the treehouse.
Yay, let's do the outside. This is such fun. What colours are we going to make it? I want it to be red. And I want to put keep out, and I definitely want some funky lights. I like these ones actually. Look, there's funky lights on the outside of my treehouse. And should I put a little flower? I think some flowers would be nice, wouldn't they? Let's put flowers under the window. Oh, and a flamingo, because why not? Yeah, there we go. Done. Next.
Pinky wants a treehouse that is
colourful. So this goes on, and I'm not going to do the whole thing with you, but it's a fantastic resource to get kids talking and using imagination. You know, you can do everything. It's fantastic. Now, the other thing that's really great within PBS Kids is the Pinkalicious storytelling. Where is Pinkalicious? Haha, here we are. Right, now this is great. The only thing about this is there's highly irritating audio, because it's quite loud and it's non-stop. But let's go to hear what you have to do.
Incredible Story Maker. Use your imagination to make your own Pincredible story. Tap to choose the star of the story, your main character.
So I'm going to use this
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Jasmine's my main character. Now this is
Where does your story begin? Tap one of the circles to choose your setting.
Now I'm going to turn the sound off. If you know, if you obviously are going to use this and look at it before you use it in class, you can then explain in your own words and terms to the kids what to do. So basically, it's really nice when you're, if you've been teaching the, beginning, middle, end of stories, using sequences or whatever it is that you use in class. This is great. So I'm going to put the beginning of my story is set in this house, and I click on that, and then she's going to say to me, how does the character feel? So I think I want her to feel slightly worried. Something's going to happen. Yeah, so you can use props, you can add characters, you can add all sorts of things. So look, we could add, why don't we add a unicorn? Why not? And, oh, look, there are all sorts of different props that you can use. You go down there so the kids can just say, oh, yeah, I want to have a bear in there, and I want to have a rainbow, and let's put another tree because that's a beautiful tree, or whatever. I mean, you can see the potential for this is huge. And you just get them talking. Making a brief one. Then you have the middle of the story and the end of the story. And then at the end, when you've done all of this, the kids are encouraged to tell their story. So it's a fantastic resource. I'm not going to go through it all because it will take quite a while, but I really recommend it. So it's Pinkalicious and Peterific and the Pincredible Story Maker. So there's all sorts of stuff with her. It's really nice. So this is PBS Kids. I mean, again, go through it. It's a really, really rich resource. I love it. I haven't even begun to make a dent with all the things that you can do on PBS Kids. And then the last one I'm going to do today. Now, this was not on my little intro spiel when I started off, when I introduced this video, but I've since been introduced to the joy of wheeldecide.com. Now, wheeldecide.com is absolutely ace because you can make your own wheel and then use it in class for questions or for absolutely anything you could possibly imagine. So, you know, I've written down here some random ideas. So what's your best subject and why? Talk about, without a question, that would be better with a question mark. Talk about what you ate for dinner, jump up and down 5 times, spell, and then you give them a word, etc. So you can write as many as you want, give the wheel a title, My Questions, there we go, let's call it My Questions, and then apply, hup, and then up comes this wheel. Again, this is full of adverts, which is a pain in the neck, but never mind. And so you can have sound or not, but you click, and then the student has to answer that question. So I want them to spell, let's say, spell fantastic, and they have to spell fantastic. And then we can do another one, and then they have to talk about what their best subject is and why. It's fantastic. I mean, it takes a bit of prep before lessons, but oh my good grief, it's great. You could just get all sorts, and also you could use it with the kids. So you could say, right, at Wales we do a lot of peer-to-peer. So you could get this up and say, right, I want you to come up with 5 questions for your partner, and then you can make a wheel and they can answer the questions or whatever it is. It's great, and it's random, which adds to a little bit of interest and excitement to it. So that's one that I just thought I would chuck in there. Wheeldecide.com. It's great. Anyway, all of these will be listed below in the description box, so you can find them. But they are absolutely great, and I will be back very shortly with another video on another ton of fantastic websites that I've been discovering thanks to the wonderful teachers at Wales English. Anyway, I hope this has been useful for you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.